Welcome to our first edition of a little video tutorial. Today, since this is our first try at this, we're going to make something really special here. Maze, what are we making?
5 Mary Sidecars!
Everybody's favorite cocktails. Maisie makes mocktails, but we're going to show you how to make an M5 sidecar. And there's 3 basic ingredients. You've got bourbon. We're going to go through kind of a couple different types of bourbon. A Cointreau or a sweetener, and lemon juice. And there's a couple different things you can use for a sweetener, a couple different kinds of lemons. So we'll start with the lemons. We get a big glass full of ice. If you can find that awesome nugget ice, that's the best. This is just ice from the refrigerator. And then for lemons, you want to cut this lemon, Mace? Sure. Meyer lemons are going to be the best. They are a cross with a mandarin and a lemon, and so they're a little bit sweeter. Hi, Tess. And if you don't have Meyer lemons, you can always use like a cutie or a mandarin and add that for a little sweetness. But these are some yummy lemons that one of our customers sent us. So we're going to use just these. Here, actually, let's do it in this glass. Okay, so Maisie is going to squeeze the lemons here. We like, oh, got me. Did it get you too? This squeezer is a great one. You can also do one of these and just squeeze it from the top. You can use a real juicer, anything to squeeze the lemons. So you're going to squeeze enough for 1 part lemon juice. So we've already squeezed these ones. Thanks, Mace. Hi, Jay. So this, you know, if you're just making a small one, you could do like 1 shot. If you're making it for a bigger group, you could do a bigger glass. But what's important here is the parts, right, Mace? So this is 1 part lemon juice. That's where we start. So we're going to pour that over the ice. And then the next, oh, that's okay, Mace, because we're going to do even. The next important ingredient is bourbon. So this is bullet bourbon. This is my favorite. I think it's a great buy for the price, and you can find it usually anywhere. It's the orange label. Frontier Whiskey Bourbon. There's also some fancier kinds. 4 Roses is really yummy. I've got some Basil Hayden's here that my brother-in-law gave me. There's Buffalo Trace. There's all kinds of bourbons in different price points, but I think Bullet is a good bet. So we're going to open this one and do an equal part of bourbon. There we go. I'm going to need somebody to share this with tonight. Okay, so we might have had a little bit of too much ice in there because that's going all the way to the top. Now we're going to sweeten it. So if you've got straight Meyer lemons, sometimes you can just do Meyer lemons and bourbon and it's totally fine. It's not like too tart. The Meyer lemons balance out the bourbon and it's perfect. And I like them pretty tart. So if I've got great Meyer lemons, then I'll just do Meyer lemon juice and bourbons. But a real sidecar is technically brandy, Cointreau, and lemon juice in about equal parts. So this is sort of our adaptation. So it probably shouldn't even be called a sidecar, but it's a 5 Marys. It's a 5 Marys take on a sidecar. So brandy or B&B and Cointreau is what you'll get if you ask for a sidecar at a restaurant. It's still delicious, but it's really sweet. I like it a little bit more tart and refreshing. So I'll use a little bit of Cointreau for sweetener. Cointreau is also really expensive, so I kind of use this sparingly. But my favorite ingredient to sweeten it up is this bourbon. It's backwards on there, but it's bourbon maple syrup. This is on the Food 52 website. There's a link in my profile on my Instagram. If you go to Food 52 through that link, you can get $20 off. But these are $20 a bottle, but they're amazing maple syrup. And it's bourbon aged maple syrup, so you can't really get much better than that. So I'm going to take a little bit of the ice out of this because we were probably a little heavy-handed with the ice. You can also use honey. We use 5 Marys honey. I think I've got some. Okay, we had a camera malfunction. I was saying you can also use honey. Honey's great if you're making this as a hot version, which is kind of like a hot toddy, but otherwise it's really hard to stir in when you've already got ice. So I love using this maple syrup. You can also use simple syrup, which you can make if you don't have it. It's half sugar, half water until it's all mixed together in a, kind of bring it to a low boil. Yeah, you can pour it in, Mace. So Maisie's gonna add a little bit of this. Here, why don't you do it right here? Bourbon maple syrup, maybe a tablespoon. So I'll help decide when that is. Perfect, good job, Maze. So we've got bourbon maple syrup in there. And then to mix it, you can use a traditional shaker, but I just usually use 2 glasses. I'm usually making this for 2, so you can, don't have to dirty both glasses. So I give it a few twists and turns here until you're ready. And then test it out, never a problem. Sorry girls, you don't get to test this one. Delicious. So this one was lemon, bourbon, maple syrup, and I might add a little bit of Cointreau because we didn't add that step. You can kind of mix and match. That's probably maybe a tablespoon of Cointreau. You can sort of mix and match what you're adding with the, whatever you want to use to sweeten it. Simple syrup, maple syrup, plain sugar. Cointreau does a good job. It just makes it a little bit more, a little stronger. So let's try it this time. Oh, thanks, Tess. Don't want to forget the cap. Perfect. So that is how you make a 5 Mary Sidecar. And now I guess for these girls helping me, I better make them a lemonade. What do you girls think?
Yeah, with the special stuff.
All right, with the special maple syrup.
Yes.
Thanks for following along, and cheers. And that's how you make a 5 Mary Sidecar. Thanks for watching with us. Cheers.